Good morning. It's about 10 to 3 a.m. My name is Rod Fleck, and I'm going to be your narrator as we show you the challenges a veteran in western Clallam County has in making it to the VA. I'm going to go over and meet the DAV, Disabled American Veterans Van, and I'm going to follow it to a person's appointment in Seattle.
Okay, what time is it?
300. And where we are off to today?
Seattle, VA Hospital.
And you are?
Dan Philbus, VA van driver, volunteer.
And so we're going to pick up one vet on the way, right?
Yes, Terry Downing at his house. He's in bad shape. We can't make it.
Okay. So, and you meet, when you have to drive the van, you meet where?
Morphy Courthouse, around 300.
And what time is Terry's appointment this morning?
900.
All right. I'll be following you. Well, we're going to go pick up Terry Doming right now, and we'll be heading on to Seattle from 3.5, 4 hours away. So, this is an early morning start for these guys, and they have to go to the VA hospital, and it's not a simple, easy drive. They do have a DAV van, as you saw, and a driver who volunteers to take them. We've had quite a few different folks over the years. Terry is the driver at times who we're picking up. Others have been Russell, Myron Simmons, and other folks who have done the same thing. Jim Hobucket is the Pleiades Tribe veteran liaison. So. Yep, that's the actual time that we actually left the city of Fort. So, on the road and heading to our appointment. Well, it's 3:15, and we almost had hit 2 or 3 elk out of a giant herd that was in the middle of the road in a fog bank. Jim hit the brakes real quick, and I did the same, and we watched animals.
Did the elk wake you up?
That was kind of a frightening little thing. Well, you can see what time it is. We made a quick stop for coffee here in Port Angeles, and we're going to be back on our way. Terry's appointment is at 8 o'clock. Well, we're heading out from PA. Terry just made a comment that their rules are such, they're only supposed to have 10 hours on the road, but in most of their cases, their trips are 14 hours round trip. 5:30, we're just now approaching the Hood Canal Bridge, which will become a huge challenge for these guys who need to come and get their appointments made at the VA hospital, as this trip will increase by a couple hours, depending on which route and which options they have. One of the things that needs to be considered in transportation issues for veterans on the peninsula and the North Peninsula is how to deal with the Hood Canal Bridge closure, and whether or not the VA virtual clinic in Port Angeles should be increased in size and staffing to take appointments directly there. 547, we're in Poulsville, or just outside of Poulsville, trying to make the 6 o'clock ferry at Bainbridge Island. Well, it's a little bit after 6. We were fortunate the ferry got in a couple minutes late, so we were able to get parked. In my case, or in the case of the guys, they were able to get in through the ferry line, and they're given a priority berthing, so I'm assuming that they have already made it in the line, and they're behind me here on the ferry Potomac. So, go find the guys. Well, we made it to the VA hospital. Terry and Jimmy just parked the van, and good time made. No, we're just doing the blood work that he needs to do. My Terry's checking in for radiology, and so this will be our next stop. Okay, well, Terry's done. He finished his appointments at 9:35 or so. We're going to make a couple phone calls, Jimmy, Terry, and I, and then we got to go catch the ferry and start heading back. So I'll be following them on the way back. here would be something that could be done at any hospital, with the lab work or materials maybe forwarded or provided to a VA medical records coordinator. In the age of digital records, a few questions this vet would have that's done telecommunication policy questions, especially on some with healthcare, would definitely think would be worth exploring and asking. Well, back in Bainbridge, and it's 11:20, so now the 2.5-hour trip home. Well, it's 11:41, as you can see, and we're in Tollsville. 12:36, stopping in Slim for lunch. Been on the road for 9.5 hours, and I've been going for 9.5 hours. Well, it's 10 after 3. We're back in Forks, and it's daylight. The van will be pulling up here shortly in parking, and we're done. Our 12-hour trip is over for an hour and a half of medical exam. So here's my point. 12 hours to go to an appointment at the VA. The VA provided excellent care, excellent quality and service to the vets who are there getting help today. That's not an issue. We made a promise to these men and women that if they retired or if they had a service-related injury, we'd take care of them with some of the finest health care we could provide. And that has been demonstrated with the VA. The problem is no one's given thought to the endurance test these men and women are having to undertake to get there if they live outside of that very well-defined transportation corridor on the I-5 corridor. Senator Murray, Congressman Dix, you guys should be applauded and rewarded for your continual commitment to veterans, including this project to look at transportation issues. But we need a better system. We need a way to figure out how these guys and gals can be treated closer to home, provide the services they need. In the day of the digital x-ray and the digital conference call, I'm amazed, bewildered why those options aren't available. With a string of hospitals that we passed today that could probably enter into a partnership with the VA and take care of some of this work, and I don't think anybody would have noticed at the Seattle hospital. That place was full to capacity. We were fortunate. We were there very early, and Terry was able to get in and out of places he said would normally take hours. The VA provides great care. They're going to be swamped here in the next few months as returning veterans from Iraq come back and seek care. We need solutions. I ask that you give some thought to the endurance run that we've demonstrated here in Forks. Yeah, it's a long way. You see it on a map. But travel it. This was just a few minutes for you to watch. Travel it. Think of the 80-year-old man who is dealing with prostate issues that's going to try to make that same trip. Or the person with back injuries or a neck and spine injury that's trying to do the same and sitting in a vehicle for 3+ hours. We have to have a better option, better solution. Wish you all the very best. Wish I could be there. Take care. Bye-bye.